Our opening song is by Stephen Cogswell. It's called Spoonfish. Get it at awtfy.com. That's awtfy.com/spoon. Spoonfish.
Let me fucking get to the punchline. Spoonfish, come together in your school. Spoonfish, don't go that way, you're a fool. Spoonfish.
I can pop off, but
There should be a little like plastic tag. Can you hear that out for me?
Sorry, holy kibble. Is this a prank show?
hey,
That's it. That's golden.
Spoonfish, surrounded by all them poor fish. Spoonfish, don't feel bad, you're quite a dish. Spoonfish, what about the school, you fish? Spoonfish, don't get knifed.
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful bastards. It's got to be go time. It's Tuesday night. We're live from Austin, Texas for Night Attack, bringing you the best of the worst of the internet ever since anybody was paying attention. Hello, you beautiful folks. I'm Brian Brushwood, joined as always by my BFF in OAK, Oakland, California. Represent Justin Robert Young. How are you, sir?
Oh, my good God, Brian. I'm thrilled to be here with you and everybody else. I'm thrilled to be here with our producer, Bryce Neshcom Castillo.
Hi, everybody.
Mainly, I'm just thrilled that none of us are solving tech issues for the next goddamn hour and a half.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Jesus. That was, I have a hard time believing last week was real. Last week was just such a blur. And then in between there, I then took I took a red eye across the country and spent a weekend in my nostalgia of college, talking to a bunch of current college kids for Dio-Palooza, a big event that the newspaper I used to work at in college puts on every year. And now I'm back, and I don't know. I feel like nothing has happened. Since like we were about to do a show last Monday, and then a bunch of things that don't normally happen up to and including me just aging in reverse as I went to Vegas and met all these people that used to be my life in the world of Magic when I used to cover Magic in my 20s. And then I went to my teens and early 20s by revisiting college, and now I'm back here. So what I'm saying is time is flattened out, and I'm not sure I'm real.
No, but that had to be a great experience living as Justin Benjamin Buttons and going backwards through your life.
I should have just taken another trip down to my high school and then my middle school and then
finally we find you at a preschool and you're yanking sandwiches out of kids' mouths. You're like, that's not yours. That was mine.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's been a weird week.
Yeah. Well, and of course, I guess everybody saw last week's episode. Man, what a earthquake to the schedule that was to run over and do that. But I'm so glad we did. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was, man, what a jumble. Even coming out of it, just a jumble of emotions of like going to that memorial / celebration / then me and you just hanging out and just having like a Vegas night the way that we would normally just have a Vegas night
if we both just lived in that hotel, and then spending the day hanging out with Matt Donnelly was so great. Like he was coy about this, so I guess we'll be coy as well. We went and visited a friend in a hospital, and we just did an hour and a half podcast for one person, and it was great. The three of us, it was amazing. At one point,
while Matt's kids, who were very well behaved, but they are boys of a 2 and 4 or 2 and 5, and so they are just going to like be fidgety and they're just going to be like kind of like moving around. I don't know. It was just there were so many different like emotions and human frailties and funny stuff and serious stuff and things we can't talk about, and in the meanwhile we're gambling, and then I'm back on a private jet, and then I'm on a red-eye flight, and
it was so surreal, and it felt like I don't know, the word that kept popping in my mind unbidden was like, yeah, I guess this is our family, this is what the silly showbiz folk, I don't know, it felt like a weird family reunion.
No, at the end of the day, I think that was kind of the weirdest thing about it. Well, not the weirdest thing, but the most kind of touching thing about it was, yeah, no, this is our lives. Like, we have shows and we book each other on them. Like, I guess the one thing that I can't shake is when we were on stage at South by and Andrew Heaton, newcomer to our like live experience. Certainly, we got to have him on, by the way. The fact that Heaton has not been on a Night Attack is criminal. But he gets up on stage and says like, "Oh, this is the new vaudeville. Like we've reinvented vaudeville." And I'm like, "Oh, I guess we are." And I guess all of our friends are other fellow vaudeville acts. Like, this is just insane. Also, I think that Heaton might have said that because now that we're watching footage of it, he was the only one dressed for the vaudeville act.
He's wearing a vest and tie.
Yeah. So, maybe he meant it as a dig. He's like, "Oh, I guess we're doing the new vaudeville, as denoted by your casual attire."
Yeah, take my wife.
Hey, man. So today was. First of all, did you get my message on your travel day? Did you heed my to-dos? I sent you a link, and I said this shit is fire. I've stolen fire from the gods.
Okay,
you can have some.
Yes. Brian sent me a Hearthstone deck, and unfortunately, I knew that I had just been handed a deadly weapon. What I didn't have was the presence of mind to do anything with it. So I literally tanked my rank, not having any idea how to play it and being totally cracked out. I was between the time that I was up and the time that I was down, I literally just tanked my rank, having no idea how to play the deck. Now, since I've actually gotten more than 4 hours sleep in one night, the deck is very effective. I've done very well with it. But in that moment between either drinking to get on a plane or being on a plane while drunk, or then getting deplaned and going back to the bar and drinking more, and then going to a hotel and drinking, I was not in any position to be like, oh, well, this is a wise thing.
Well, and it doesn't matter if you know the game or not. Like there are certain climatological moments that happen where it's like, oh, this is the right time to do this deck because the weather is this way. People tend to be playing a certain way. So this thing has like a 70% win rate. I go in 36 hours, Justin, from rank 10 to rank 5. And it's like, what? And then today, I'm early mornings tend to be a little quiet before I take Penny to school or whatever. So I'm hanging around rank 4. I'm like, oh my God, I'm barely cracking past Dad Legend. And it's like maybe
Dad Legend being rank 5.
That's right.
Is
That's
that
right. Yeah.
We need to.
No, that's great.
Make this accessible to anyone.
You're the everyman.
Okay.
If we're ever over your head, you just hop in.
Ask any question.
Sure.
Anyway, what are your mulligans?
But here's the important thing is that so today is the financial reckoning of tax day, and I had to figure out like, okay, just how, oh boy. By the way, did you notice that that I was able to pay you your Night Attack cut for the last 2 months over today?
I did. I got a big old lump sum of money, which is great.
Right. So I spent all day doing that, and then.
By the way, I paid my taxes the day before.
Well, and so the other tax, so it gets ready for showtime, and so I'm like, I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and it's like, I don't want to go to the one place because like I was there however many days ago. Which, by the way, this is the one thing I loved being about on the road. It's like you were either everyone or you were no one. You're either like, look at me, I'm great, I'm Mr. On Tour. Hello, how are you? I'll peace out in 5 minutes. Or it was like, you don't know who I am, you don't care who I am. I'm just gonna be in another town in 20 minutes.
Dude, that was my thing when I was touring with the Go game. I would go, and you are, for all intents and purposes, for a group of anywhere between 12 and 150, you are the biggest celebrity that they've ever met for like 3 hours, right? Like, you are the reason why they're doing a thing. You're the funny guy at the end. After we were done, the only thing that I needed to make sure of was that I was nowhere near any of those people forever. Because once you've done the like, like, you have to go. You can't be seen. If I was at a bar and somebody from the game showed up, I would finish my drink and I would leave immediately. There was zero chance that I would talk to them.
Well, and so that's the problem as we're laying down roots and we're becoming upstanding members of the community. Like, For half a decade, we've talked about the one time I bumped into Alex Jones at the liquor store, and all I could think of is like, I don't want anyone to recognize me. I don't want anyone to judge my chicken sandwich or oh, he eats at Chick-fil-A. I guess he's not very LGBTQ friendly. This one,
LGBTQA plus bigot.
God
Go
damn
ahead.
it, I didn't have that time to invest in the bit. Okay, but here's the important thing. So everyone's chill. Callie's watching Legend of Korra. Penny's upstairs. Penny knows that I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat, and I'm like, I don't want to go to these places I've already been. And there's this place across the street that's a sports bar and grill, and I just think they'll have a steak. They'll have a steak because there's one place nearby that has a steak and it's a garbage steak, and I mean, I don't want to say anything about it, but like maybe they'll have a better steak. So I show up. And I'm like, hey, let me get a menu. I go through the menu like 5 times, and I'm really confused why there's no steak anywhere on there.
That's why the steak was bad. There's no fucking steak on the menu.
Right. Well, I found that out. But by this point, I was, geez, I'm hearing everything. So finally, fine, I'll have wings. And then we have there's this moment, like the wings flavors are, garlic lemonade, cilantro fever.
And this is not a wing place.
No.
Correct?
Right.
Even though there is a wing place not too far from you.
Yeah, far enough from the seat I was already in.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, because then that's the other thing. It's like I sat down and asked for a menu. Like, who wants to be the guy that's like, peace out, I'll see you guys. So I'm like, okay, well, I think I can make wings work. But now it's like, where on the spectrum of wings do you go? And then they've got one that's like buffalo wings. And there are places where it's like buffalo is a flavor, not an indicator of hotness. And then... So I asked the guy, like, hey, how hot are your buffalo hot wings? And he's like, oh, yeah, I mean, they're buffalo flavored. And I was like, okay. He's like, me, I do the Inferno. And I was like, are they are they bad? And he's like, no, you're fine. And so,
Okay. All right, pause the story right here. So just to reset. Brian, you are. I'm just so we are clear on the preamble with the tax stuff. You are now clear of your, the tax situation where you have to make the hard decisions of writing checks or clearing stuff. So now you're in the afterglow of that. You are trying to get a quick bite to eat. You don't want to go to the one place that you are at a lot. Like, when I come to Austin, I think we probably spend more time at the one restaurant than we do your house.
Well, and by the way, pro tip, if you run a restaurant, just act like you never recognize the person. Just and every time they come in, just comment, I have face blindness, so I never recognize a person.
Wait, hold on. No, but most people would say, oh, no, I seek to go to a place so much where everybody knows my name and I'm a regular.
No,
But
that's
you're
why
saying
I was always...
Not at fast food. Not at fast food. At a bar, it'd be one thing, right? Like, okay, my drink, whatever. I'm going to get service.
Okay, but what if he goes to a place and sits at the bar?
Okay, look.
Oh, there is a bar there. That's right.
Look,
but you're right, because there's a burger place not very far from there where the guys know me and they know what day I come in on.
I don't know why it drives me nuts, but I'm like, I don't want you to know what my favorite anything is.
You know what? You have to change it up, your order. That's the thing. Because the last time I had this, it was a Subway, and they always knew my order, and I hated them trying to guess it. So the burger place, they know me, but I changed the order up enough.
The only thing worse than the current situation is the situation where they're like, so what's it going to be? The one thing you always do or the other thing? Or the patronizing, like, oh, mixing it up a little today, are we? I was like, motherfucker, like I know you're in the service industry. Do not sit here and hold me in judgment. Sure. So... I'm excited.
So you go to the other place. That's not the place you always go. So there's a regular restaurant that Brian always go to.
I've never eaten at this place. And I thought there would be a steak. There wasn't a steak, and so I was like, fine, I'll do.
I think we might have met there the last time I was there. Is it the same? Is it in the same area? The same?
No, I don't know that you or I have ever been at this place. At any rate, but so. I asked, like, I'm just asking guy to guy, he's like, well, I don't know, do you like spicy things? I'm like, yeah, I like spicy things. He's like, oh, well, the buffalo is not spicy at all. And I was like, oh, well, I want it somewhat spicy. And he's like, oh, well, then do the melting inferno.
I hate this guy, and I'm not saying this guy, but I mean,
Eventually, I grow to hate this guy, but at this point, I still think...
because I know this guy. I don't even know where this story goes, but I know that there is a species of human that walks the earth that just needs to put their spicy dick on display, and all they want to do is like, oh yeah, I don't know. I used to chug Tabasco when I was a kid. I actually like, I don't even think it's spicy. Like I actually just like, I like to grate my tongue because I have no taste buds. Like I'm just I don't know. I guess I'm weird.
And I would like to believe that I can normally suss that guy out, but in this case, the guy was just really like, it's buffalo flavored, but it's not very hot. I like this one because it's hot, right? And fine, great. And so now I get to my first like decision gate, right? So so I'm like, what am I gonna do? It's like, well, there is a Hearthstone. I could maybe try, but if you're like serious about the Hearthstone, there are helper tools that keep track of what cards are coming and that you've already used and all that stuff. So it's a little bit risky as you get to the higher ranks playing on the phone. But I'm like, you know what? We'll go for it. Start playing, start going, listening to a podcast, having a great time, and then I win the first round, right? And then boom, the wings show up. And first of all,
touch screens and wings, bad idea.
Okay, yes. Very quickly, I figured out thumbs and first two fingers go on wings. Game is played with pinkies. So pinkies stay clean.
Brian, this is maybe every time I go to a bar. I always wind up settling on the wings, and I'm always playing Hearthstone. I know exactly. I have muscle memory right now of what you are doing. That in the immediate, you have to kind of pinky it every once in a while, or you're trying to eat with one hand as best as you can, and you're sparingly using the game hand to steady a wing every once in a while. But beyond that, you are always like you pinky in the emergency, or you time eating the wing per round,
right?
And try to scrub up the hand so you can play it.
And to be honest, that was gonna be my play. Which was now let's get to the first thing about these fucking wings. All right, look, there is a painting of spicy sauce. There's a glazing of spicy sauce, and then there's, hey, let's show this guy a thing or two with like fucking just open the can and just pour a half liter on top of all of this thing. This was the last, and I'm salivating as I say this. and so I find myself like on the very first wing,
which by the way means the way that you normally make wings is put them in the fryer, put them in a bowl, toss the sauce in the bowl, and then you toss the wings.
Right.
Now at that point, you can either grab the wings out with tongs and put them in the thing so only the wings are glazed, or, and I've known many lazy assholes who have worked in restaurants, you just pour all of the stuff into it so you don't have to tong it out and you don't have to wash tongs right after everything. You just dump everything right in there, which means all the sauce goes with it.
Right. Okay. So
a very saucy wing.
Yeah.
Saucy wing.
Okay. And
no wet naps? No wetties?
2 wet naps and 2 napkins. And so very quickly I'm like, all right, I'm going to need more napkins. And I take the first napkin and I wrap it around the wing and just
on the
you have to. Ooh. This is how much
particulate
there is. Okay. There's so much. I want you
Do you not normally like I like a wet wing. I like a very saucy wing.
Again,
because people do that the Wing Street thing, and like almost all of those are dry, and I hate the dry wings.
Okay, first bite.
Have you tasted the sauce yet?
I believe I found in general I don't like a wet wing, but I took a bite and I was like, all of a sudden, instantly, I realized I had that guy.
That was too much.
Yeah,
and he's getting joy out of this.
I bet you went to the place where I also had wings. and that place was way hotter than I thought they would be.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
and
yes.
so at this point, I'm trying the trick where it's like you grab the skin and kind of peel the skin off, like, oh, I just don't like skins, and then that's why, right?
Okay.
But meanwhile, this shit is nuclear, and it's like I don't know. You're old enough. All I'm thinking about is my butthole. I mean, I'm just like.
Now,
God damn it,
Brian. Is there ever a fleeting moment where you, having encountered that guy, nothing is hot for me, that guy, that you think about becoming that guy, as in, I'm pushing these wings back, they're way too hot, send me back the regular
Can you
buffalo.
get me some buffalo?
I mean,
Do you ever think about it?
I would say that I might have even done that if I had that cool fire of self-confidence that comes from having just done a show that I opened by eating fire or whatever, you know, that's
So
when
if
I could
you
be
were
that
on
guy.
the road,
Yeah.
if you had just
And I know this is a one-time encounter, and there will be no retribution, right?
Sure.
Like, I now live in a tit-for-tat world where everything goes on the permanent record, and how I behave as a customer will affect future service.
Sure,
and so as a result, I am polite to a fault, right? So so whatever. I'm gonna get through this one, and I get through the one, and it's that full on like we're on Jackass or something, and everything's flaming, and my eyes are tearing.
Oh no! Oh, is it one of those where like you bring the wing up to your mouth and it just stings the nostrils?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Like this was a fuck you plate of wings, right? Also, I won my second game in a row, and I'm very excited because now I'm up to 3
God,
stars.
so now you're in total. Not only are you on 2 different tracks emotionally, you are continuing to make your way. Because by the way, for those of you who are unaware, if you get to rank number 1, you are legend. Brian has never been a legend player before. We have enough time left on the clock where a few considered hours playing the game could indeed lead to this notch in the bedpost. And meanwhile, your face is falling off.
Yes, but so at this point, I'm like, okay, I can't even. I'm just gonna. At this point, there are 2 impulses that are driving me. One of which is this is garbage wings. It's too hot. It's unpleasant. They're overly slathered. Somebody was being that guy. On the other hand, I've now just won 2 games in a row. And
you can't change things up, baby.
Thank
Superstition.
you. I'm so fucking glad that you said it, because if I said it, it would sound so dumb.
Well,
but there's some part of me that is like, you don't change a fucking thing.
No. Every win counts. Every win counts. And all you need to do is lose 1. If you lose 1, you're putting you're
Oh my God, I love you both.
Over. You're saying, all right, enough with these wings. In fact, you're taking these wings and you're throwing them right at that guy's head. You're saying, you want to know what? Fuck my reputation. Here's your reputation. You're a shithead. You made me lose 1 game. But as long as you're winning, it is thank you, sir. May I have another?
So I make it through the second wing, and it is deeply unpleasant. And at this point, this is the moment.
Now you did mention the horrendous napkin technique. Are you still like trying to get sauce off of these wings? Because I think with enough ingenuity, you could get most of it off.
But again,
sure.
in an effort to be a good customer, I don't want to be seen. Oh, wings, let me just fix these for you. I'm trying to be. It's like you're at grandma's place, you know.
Listen,
she made some bad wings.
A little bit of small town reputation here. You still don't want to be too much of a nudge,
a troublemaker.
Let me also lay this out.
Okay,
Brian, would it be fair to consider you a particular eater?
Less so now than I used to be, but still, I would say I tend to figure out the right way for food to be, and tend to okay. Fuck you. Yes, fine. Yes. I'm only drawing this illustration to say how important this needs to be for Brian to not draw a line in the sand when it comes to his food. If you think that it is interesting or a sacrifice to somebody that would not consider themselves a particular eater, X that by whatever you would imagine a particular eater would do, because this is out of character for Brian as I have known him.
And doubly so the reaction, because I think of the flavor profiles that I know that you like, I feel like spicy stuff is something you do enjoy.
Sure, but also I mean I think that's something that happens when you get older is you become more immediately aware of the long-term repercussions, and it's like, look, I'm not impressing anybody with this, and much least of all this guy, right?
Yeah.
And so but I'm still winning, and I think oh my god,
How many games are you at 2 wins, 3 wins now?
I started with rank 4 1-star, and there are 5 stars per rank, and then you go to the next rank.
Sure.
Flash forward, I just hit rank 3.
What?
So
You're
you are on a
kidding.
heater, and it's not just your butthole telling the future. Like this is on right now.
At
You're on
this
fire.
point, now keep in mind that at this point it is so hot that I am that very quickly I figure out like, oh no, I need water because I'm compulsively drinking and
Oh, you need
we have
more.
a
You need a
we have show
refill.
coming up, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, water please, but now I have the side effect of like I'm on my 3rd or 4th pint of water.
And notoriously small bladder.
Yes,
maybe not notoriously,
but specifically, I am now shaking with cold because I have consumed
a liter of
much
ice cold water.
And then also, this stuff is on fire on my face, but all I can think of is just like, just go until you lose. Just go until you
It
lose.
happens. It all keeps happening until you lose. All of it. It all. And by the way, how much of a dent have you put in these wings?
I mean, at this point, I have 4 down and 2 left. I swear to God, this is like sauce soup. It's like I ordered a queso bowl with and put some wings in there. Also,
Now,
instead
a
of
queso wing I would
let's
eat.
have just.
I would eat a queso wing.
Actually, hold on.
How are they not a thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think because queso solidifies.
Is this
It hardens
this
up.
the new steak nug?
Steak dog.
When we have our
Cheese wing.
our next party, are we gonna have queso wings?
Yeah,
Who
queso
knows?
wings will have
Hopefully,
to be a
maybe.
thing.
Oh my
I
goodness.
mean, you could definitely do a bowl of queso and some dry wings.
Right.
And you could
It's pretty
dip 'em
good.
into-
Or you could just get a wet. There are wetter cases out there. Okay, this is okay.
All right.
So
Yeah.
4
Separate
wings
thing.
down.
Actually, hold on. If we're gonna invent a thing real quick, let me just reiterate. I know I've mentioned this before, but the best thing I've ever had that has the same feel as like chips and queso thing, but is far superior, is crispy bacon and a bowl of grits.
Oh sure.
You take the bacon like chip, and you get yourself a thing of grits, and you bite.
So that's a southern delicacy. You just described a very hearty southern breakfast.
Is it a real thing?
Yeah.
Was I not the first?
Bacon and grits. Yeah.
Well, okay, but like
I mean
chip-
that the specific
chips and
action I
grits.
guess is not
Yeah.
everybody, but yes, okay, they should do that.
All right, so I'm trembling. My core temperature has dropped. I'm bleeding out all of my orifices. Still winning. and it occurs to
How
me
much
around
of
this
this
time-
must be? You must be doing very well because you don't have the cheater.
Correct.
You don't even have
this
the
is in
trainer
a
to-
high risk play environment
Right.
as well, right?
And Brian, this is the same deck, right?
Yes.
That you sent me. So yeah, it is. Once you get the hang of it, it is fairly mechanical on exactly what you want to get. You've got a few plays up top. You're hoping that one card comes down, but like you can fairly effectively play it without a deck manager, which is what I had to realize when I was playing it. Now, Brian, how far are we from the moment that I
Okay, man. So
I think the wings have you focused in a way that maybe you're not usually.
Are you trying to get me
focused.
disqualified for using chemical stimulants?
Well,
Well, I think you'd be disqualified for the play helper.
like, I don't know what those other people are doing, but they probably are doing some chemical stimulants. No, go ahead.
So I don't know. We get through the last way. So I hit rank 3, and it's like, man, it's been a year and change since I've gotten this high up on the ladder, and to do it with 5 games, 1 in a row or whatever. And I look at them like 5 wings, 5 games. And it's like I gotta keep on going, and so
10 more wings.
No, I don't order more wings, but I've got 1 more wing left, and so I start going. And at this point, it is deeply unpleasant, but I begin to realize that it's like, well, at least I know what the first act of Night Attack is going to be tonight, right? Because like this is extraordinary. And so I start working my way through it, and I get to the end of the wing, and I'm like, oh no, the wing's gone. Does that mean my power is gone? I still have to finish this game. At which point,
No.
the phone rings, and it's Justin Robert Young calling to do
here's
some.
all I hear. I just hear, hey. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
It's the opposite of phone sex.
Hey, man, hey. Sorry. I'm risking my life right now. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Well, at least I know what the first part of Night Attack is. Anyway, no. Okay. Hey, can I call you back? And that's it. That's literally the phone call.
Yeah.
Like, I feel pretty confident that is the exact transcript of what happened. It's just Brian saying, no, and then can I call you back? I'm risking my life. I know what Night Attack's going to be.
Well, because when a phone call comes in, it pulls you out of the game, and you risk a disconnect. And if you disconnect, then you lose the game, right?
Yeah.
So yes, all of that happened, and then and sure enough, I hung up and I won the last game, and I was like, all right, out, and then it's like I pay the tab, I'm walking to the door, and the phone rings, and I answer the phone, and Bonnie says, I think I had called you back already,
Yeah,
and then phone rings, it's Bonnie, and she goes, are you playing Hearthstone? and I think to myself, how did she even know? I guess the answer was I wasn't here at home, therefore I must be Hearthstoning.
Yeah.
Bonnie's not a fan.
I mean, it's accurate.
Well, he did say he had a whole lot of work to do today.
I did a whole bunch of work. I did a whole lot of work.
I left the house. He was playing Hearthstone, and then I came back and he was playing Hearthstone.
Nah, you missed all the work I did in between.
Yeah.
There's a lot
That's
of
what
work.
the kids say
It was
when
a
they
very
get caught,
productive
though. That is
day.
what the kids say when they get
Yeah.
I was on Andrew Heaton's show, something off. I was like an expert
Well,
on Bernie.
It's just that I would go to work. This is when we first started. Out together. I supporting my magician husband, which is really hilarious to me now. I mean, like, what the fuck were you thinking? And then I come home and he was still in his underwear.
Okay, yeah, that was a real thing.
Yeah,
when that first year,
playing the games.
Look, I played The Sims for exactly one weekend, long enough to build a little Brian and a little Bonnie and put them in a little house, and then give them the things that Brian and Bonnie would want, like a little pinball game or whatever. And then I set all of the bars to what I thought was an accurate representation of our focuses. And then I noticed that Brian just kept playing this fucking pinball game, and he wouldn't go to work. And then I watched their finances go to shit, and I watched their marriage go to shit. And I was like, why aren't you? And then like a flash bolt of lightning strikes me, and I'm just like, I'm never playing this game again. So yes, I was bad.
Anyways, flashbacks.
Anyway, those wings. Now I guess I got to go back, right?
So wait, hold on. Did you lose? Did you lose
No,
the streak?
I won that.
You kept the streak.
Streak is gone. Streak is nonstop.
Hold on. 6 wings, 6 games?
Yeah, 6 games in a row from rank 4, 1 star, to rank 3, 2 or 3 stars. Dude, I'm telling you, it's magical. There's beautiful pain.
Well, I'll tell you what else is beautiful pain, Brian. Hitting us up at patreon.com/nightattack. That's where you can support this show, get your own custom RSS feed, get the early access to the pre-show and the after show, which is oftentimes just as good as the show itself. Friends, don't be left in the cold. Please head on over to patreon.com/nightattack.
We had a great pre-show
Heck
today.
yeah.
We talked about Oreos and Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Yeah,
one
we
to
got
not
into
miss.
we talked about Avengers spoilers. There are no spoilers.
No
But
spoilers.
we talked about the perception of spoilers.
Talked about the Star Wars trailer. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. Also, we have special activities planned for the after show as well.
Oh.
So if you're not a patron, become one. In the meantime, of course, if you are a brand new pledger or patron, or you raise your pledge, then you get to possibly be randomly called out in a little segment we like to call...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
an hour of it. All right, man, I don't know enough about this person's name to make any assumptions at all. So I'd like to imagine that we're at an arcade playing.
Oh God, I love arcades, man. They got these games you play them with the joysticks and the buttons. Ha ha.
That's right. And then we're in the middle of like a high score streak. We're playing Double Dragon together, side by side. Ah, that's so many points.
Oh, geez, I'm gonna make my letters ASS.
And then somebody taps us on the shoulder. We both turn around like what the fuck, bro? We're playing Double Dragon. What are you doing?
We say it in unison, exactly what you just said.
That's right. And then he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a huge fan." And it's like, and then we die at that moment. And then we turn around.
Ow, of a heart attack or something impale us?
No, like in the game we die.
Okay.
Our characters die. Yeah. And then
in Double Dragon and now our game is over.
Right. And so then we turn around slow and then we reveal that we're actually like 3 foot taller than we look originally, and we sort of look down at him and we're like, "You just cost us 50 cents." And then he says, "Well, I how about if I give you $1?" And it was like, what could we have done to earn that generosity? And he said, I don't know, maybe showed up week after week with reliable, awesome comedy. Pleased to meet you. My name is Andy Martin.
Andy Martin.
Andy Martin? Well, Justin, what's happened to our voices? How did he do that? Andy, stop your wizardry.
Andy Martin. Andy Martin.
Oh, now you fucked up his vocabulary as well. He can't do nothing but say your name, Andy Martin.
Andy Martin.
Yeah, normally he'd be cussing you out.
Andy Martin. Andy Martin.
And now he's doing accents and everything. What have you done?
Andy Martin, man.
I take his dollar and I run over and I put it in the change thing and I immediately put it in. We go back to playing Double Dragons. We're like, "Thanks, Mandy. You're the best."
Yeah, I love you, Mandy.
Andy.
Mandy.
Did I say
Mandy Martin.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, Bonnie has since retired for the evening. I don't think she dug all the talking about the Hearthstone I was playing today.
Huh, weird.
Wait, do you think that this is like a real rift in your marriage, that Hearthstone is driving a wedge in your union?
She doesn't mind. Maybe I should use past tense. She hasn't minded.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say she didn't mind. That would have been way worse.
She's definitely dialed in on how much Hearthstone I'm playing. But again, like, I've never done this good. I'm so close to the.
This is a run, right? Like, this is a very specific. You're gonna have to start streaming it.
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
at least then there would be a money incentive there, and you could just say, "Oh, look at this thing I bought you! Ha ha! Hearthstone wins again for both of us."
So, hey, Justin, do you have a 1 minute long story that you could tell that while we go full on Twitch streamer?
Dying to tell this story, Brian. Well, look, it all comes about from the town of Renegoo.
Oh, that's just south of the Lenina, correct?
Oh, Christ, yes. And I've been wanting to go there since I was just a crimson Zamboni. That's what they call a baby when they come out of the mother's womb.
Well, that's really weird. What do they call the womb? A bio cow? You're just going to squirt out a crimson Zamboni?
I see you're also from Texas. Anyway, Lisa J was telling me a fine tale.
Yeah? Did it involve a dollar or an echo?
No, Brian. I would say W, Scottish 1, riddle me this. If Commander Chicken comes to your house, what do you tell him?
I say, I'm sorry. Wait, what are you, some kind of crazy bobcat? Do I have to call animal control?
No, Brian, incorrect. You sun his bun and then tell him that there is no way in hell that Curtis LaRock is going to not be the president.
Of course. But then Jackie Hearn tells me that the Inferno sauce is the right one to eat, and she that guys me.
Mm-hmm. And then Bonnie gets mad.
I think we lost the thread on that one a little bit.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was a perfectly consistent and rational story that we told.
That's right.
Hey, Bryce.
Hi.
Normally, this is the time in the show where we play a game. Are we going to play a game now?
We are going to play a game now.
It's Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Everybody grab your
pull out
wings.
your phone.
I also love that, so I follow the Hearthstone subreddit, and this has been a time of turbulence for Hearthstone. The player base has kind of leveled off a little bit. Some of the hardcore players are a little frustrated with it, and yet I feel like whatever turbulence has happened has only benefited Brian Brushwood. The ladder.
Well, we've got a new quiz game here that we can play, at least for the next part of the show here. This is from our friend Stephen Cogswell. Stephen
Oh, right
Cogswell made
on!
this game. This is the Lame Night Attack Music Quiz. He has put together a huge quiz about all of the great music he has made on the show.
Oh, no.
Actually, hold on, wait a minute. Before we get fully into this game,
Sure.
Because you mentioned quiz, and it is my knee-jerk response. It is indeed Mikey Newman's birthday today. So if everybody can go hit him up on Twitter and say happy birthday to our devious quizmaster.
It's at Mikey Face, right?
MIKEYF.
Mikey Face. If you were listening to this later, then say I listened to the podcast and I want to wish at Mikey Face a happy birthday, because he has been so good to this show and we want to show him love on his birthday.
And hopefully we're hoping to have him on, we hope, in the next month or so.
Nice.
Alrighty, so yes, we've got the Lame Night Attack quiz here. Stephen Cogswell put this together. We're gonna, Brian and Justin, you guys are gonna be playing against the house. These questions about the Night Attack music that we hear all the time at the beginning of these shows.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. If it's anything like the last time we played against the house, get ready to
Win by a lot.
money thrown at you.
So we've got an example question here. Which song has the phrase "Fish Banus" in it? A, the Fish diss track. B, Balls Deep. Or C, Homepage.
Come on, man. That's A. You even playing with us? What is this? Come on.
That's right. It's in. It's in the Fish
Banus.
diss track. In fact, we have some clips here also of the various songs in the quiz.
We got fish anus, fish banus, fish plain.
We got. So that's the example question here.
That was only the example.
That was just
I had
example.
already scored me with one. It's okay if I keep this 1 point, though. No? Okay.
well, we'll call it the unofficial
I
score.
didn't want this point
We'll call it
anyway.
the
It's a little bit kind of dinged up. It's you could tell it's a loner.
I see. All right, so we got a first question here. Clear Out the Vents has a line, the song Clear Out the Vents has a line about hands getting cut off. What other song features a line about hands getting cut off?
God damn it.
A, is the wind fake? B, AKH, parentheses, asshole clan hello. C, scarred for life. Or D, night shark attack.
Now, I do remember that Scarred for Life was at the live event where I was like,
because we're
remember
burning
that time that we melted your faces? We
Da-da.
should feel real bad for melting your faces, because now you're scarred for life. Scarred for life.
That's right.
So I don't think that was it.
Okay.
Night Shark Attack. Asshole
That
Clan
might have
Hello.
hands getting cut off. I don't remember Asshole Clan Hello, if I remember correctly, is a very jaunty tune.
Yeah, well, and I think we were trying to figure out what the not acronym, but whatever initialonym or whatever it is, but
Yeah.
AKH was, and we came up with Asshole Clan Hello. I don't remember anything about Is the Wind Fake though.
I do remember.
Fake may or may not be a fake title. I don't know if Is the Wind Fake is real.
I
mean, that-
remember Is the Wind Fake because it was a joke that I made, and I was really proud of it.
Okay,
We were
okay.
talking about, yeah. Anyway.
Man,
Which
guess,
one?
I think Night Shark.
Yeah,
Night Shark.
I'm second key turned. Launch
right.
that nuke.
You're going to say Night Shark. Your answer of D. Night Shark attack is.
You're fired. Get out of here.
No, unfortunately, it was this one.
Gonna dance, come roller skate with me. We'll cut off this homo's head. Nobody knows about him because he's got mental diffiety.
That's
Jesus
from
Christ.
AKH Asshole Clan.
Oh my
Hello.
God! The fact that, God damn it! Like I'm already horrified that I even said that, and I can't even
As
conceive.
it turns out, not as jaunty of a song as I thought. That was a bit of an industrial tune.
It's a double whammy because I'm already horrified that I said it, and I immediately go to work trying to justify, like, well, I'm sure there was some kind of comedic reference where it made sense, and it's like, no, it didn't. Also, motherfucker made a song about it, and you heard the song.
By the way, the thing that's most embarrassing came after the phrase, "Let's cut off this hobo's hands."
I do make sure to always, if I ever make a joke, I always use the word hobo, not a homeless
Because they don't
person.
have computers.
Well, because the difference being that a homeless person is somebody who's suffering socioeconomic difficulty,
Sure.
but a hobo is somebody who is homeward bound. That's what hobo is a shortening for. He's somebody who's jauntily riding the silver rails. So they're
guess
cool to behead, I guess is my point of that. What was that?
well, you're just cutting off the hands, not beheading something.
Okay.
Exactly. Maybe he stole something, and we're in Saudi Arabia.
All right. Question 2. Here's your question. In the song BDCCPPPPM, what does BDCCPPPPM stand for? There are 2 correct answers that we will accept.
Wait, we don't get multiple choice on this one?
Nope. BDCCPPPPM. Work it out. Work it out. What do you?
Bondage, discipline, carnivores,
Yeah.
colleges.
Bondage, discipline, credit card,
PayPal me.
penalties.
I like bondage, discipline, credit card, PayPal me. I'm almost certain that's what it was. That was our big bit.
B, based, dick, clap.
Was that the actual name of the song?
The song was titled BDCCPPPPM off of what was a running gag in that episode. Yes.
Oh, God damn it. Justin, we do too much of this.
Fucking dumb show. Like, I don't know what the fuck happens on these.
I'm sticking to my answer.
Yeah, a bondage, discipline, a credit card, PayPal me.
All right. Let's hear a clip. Let's hear a clip from that song.
Come, beep, beep, booby man. Big dicks, come, beep, beep, boo, boo man.
So we were.
Dicks, come, pee pee poo poo man.
We would have also accepted Pee Pee Poopy Man. So, I'm gonna give you 0 points.
Bondage,
for that
discipline, credit card, PayPal me.
Wait, hold on. Has the show gotten better or worse?
I don't know.
That it got worse, right? Because big dicks come pee pee poopy man. It's funnier.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got another question here. In Need a Little Time, what is the actual chorus line that Justin sings? This is a multiple choice. Either just need a little crime to get back to the time to get back to the daddy I love you, or just need a little time to get back to the crime to get back to the daddy I love you. We're looking at the word
I
usage
believe
of time
it's-
and crime.
You think it's B, right?
Yeah.
I think it is too, but that's also the kind of question you ask if you know it's a universally misheard lyric or misremembered lyric.
I mean, I feel like I've listened to that song and the Mike TV remix of it so much.
So Mike TV also puts his own English on this line.
Yeah, he does.
So we're looking for just need a little crime to go back to the time, or just need a little time to go
get
back to the crime.
Just need a little crime to get back to
No,
the time.
it's got to be B. It's got to be. I just need a
Gotta
little time to get back to the crime, to get back to the daddy. I love you. Yeah.
Yeah, and for new folks, this was actual actual text messages from Brian's
5-year-old at the time. Yeah, she was 5.
daughter.
Yeah.
All right, we actually have the clean audio from this episode here. We can listen to it right now.
I just need a little crime to get back to the time, to get back to the daddy. I love you.
Incorrect.
No!
I definitely thought you had that also.
Oh my god! Oh!
Which is weird because the song is called "Need a Little Time."
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
No, somebody was playing the long game on this one.
There we go.
Somebody had this all figured out.
Holy shit, this is like 7. Like he's boxed us in on so many levels.
Well, get ready for this one. Which of the following is not a Night Attack song? A. The Pub Song. B. The Song. C. The Butterfly Fart Daddy Song. D. The Cackling Song. E. The Phone Message Song. F. The Front Page Song. G. The Boogity 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 Boo Song. H. The Planning Song. Or I. The Perone Song.
All right, number 1, fuck you, Cogswell. It was 19 versions of this, because by the way, we don't pick the titles of the songs. He does.
Right.
So it's not even like we don't end every episode saying, and the song will be this, and it will be titled that.
Right.
We just have gifted to us every Saturday for the last several years a song that he names. That being said, is it the Perone song?
No, I am. Well, we did a song that has. I remember the cover art had us drinking from the Perone.
Yeah.
Here, in fact, there's so many here. I'll give you 3 guesses at what the not attack song,
Okay.
not Night Attack song is.
I think the Perone song maybe has a different name, and I think that's a good fake out thing to do.
Because there is, Mike TV does have a Perone song that I think is called the Perone song that Ashley plays all the time.
Butterfly Fart Daddy song, definitely a real one.
Sure, yeah.
The pub song, ooh, that's also so on brand that maybe.
I actually think the Cackling song.
Yeah, I think that one is a false flag.
Suspect.
Yeah.
All right, is that our first
Yeah.
battleship?
Cackling and Perone. I both feel
first,
like.
First, Brian, let's not give them away. Let's not give them away.
Okay.
We can pick first
Okay.
the Cackling song. Do we hit or miss?
The Cackling song is.
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now. Let's go.
How much do you get off?
This is a real song. Okay, here we go. So your guess of the Cackling song D is incorrect. You still have 2 more guesses here.
All right, wait, hold on. Is
you're-
the front page song not right? Because it would be "Are You Ready for the Front Page"? Was that the song that we did with the front page?
Man, I don't even know. I mean, I do
All right,
remember.
what was the next one? The next one that we wanted, we get 3 shots. So this is our
the
second
front
shot.
page song, I want to believe that the song was called "Are You Ready for the Front Page?" Or
Me
something.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go with that one.
You're going to go with
The front page song.
F, the front page song. Your answer of F, the front page song is.
Ah!
That's right. And you got it right. It was called Get Ready for the Front Page.
Hells yeah.
By getting that, I'm going to give you 2 points.
Yeah.
That brings this game to 2
Yeah,
to
but more
3.
importantly, how did the song go? I don't remember.
I think you didn't put it in here because it's the wrong
the
answer.
only one we don't have. Is there any other one that you were leaning on? We were leaning on
You
the
were leaning on the
Perone
Perone
You want to
song.
hear the Perone?
Yeah,
Out, there's always some restaurant that's turned into a nightclub that's just bumping like
featuring Matt Donnelly.
Oh, I think this is from the new album.
Like the music is all over the map. It starts off with this, these unironic stingers. This is a good place to start. Do you know what a Perone is? It looks like a bong.
Oh, right. You're explaining the Perone to the guys.
But it's got like this giant boner poking out the side. But you grab it by the bong neck. Yeah. And you tilt the boner towards your mouth, and it just shoots gin into your mouth. Now, if you're
Gin?
cool, it doesn't end up all
Shoots
over your
gin.
face
You
chest
grab the
and
boner and
neck.
it shoots gin.
Once the thing is
Usually
going in your
wine.
mouth, and then you bring it back in, you land it just in time.
Hey.
God. Oh yeah, no, that was on our double date weekend when
Yeah.
we went to Jaleo. Yeah,
That was that's probably why so much of that was so clear, because it was only 4 months ago.
We also do have a clip here of the get ready for the front page.
Get ready for the front page.
This is for
Are you
sure.
ready for the front page? Double faces jokes. We're not mentioning 9/11 anymore, because we're gonna be watched by thousands. So Brian's shutting his mouth, and Justin's not gonna mention the Trail of Tears. Good Night Attack's on the front page this year. Are you ready for the front page?
Man, I gotta tell you, we're just made for this. We're just gonna clear it up. Ladies and gents.
Here we go. Oh my goodness. All right, we have a few more here. Here's a question. In which of these songs does Brian do an impression of Broden from Auntie Donna? Pick all that apply. Would you rather the Auntie Donna song, Breakfast Goat featuring Auntie Donna, or I'm the Catman? I will give you up to 3 points because it's a pick all that apply.
I mean, is it? We just go for them all, right? Like we. Just
I mean,
say
yeah, let's
all.
go for the trifecta. We're gonna say all 3 of them do.
Because that is a knee-jerk reaction that whenever anybody mentions the following: Australia, comedy, sketch comedy, Auntie Donna, YouTube. Like there is at some point, Brian just goes Broden.
What was it? We
which,
just
by
had
the
a thing
way-
last week where you did the Broden
Oh,
for
I needed
somebody.
to summon an Australian accent, and I was like, oh, I need a palate cleanser. Which, by the way, Broden, as far as I know, has never just announced his own name.
Never
like
says
that's
his own name. No,
Not
like,
a
you
bit.
Do it in Broden's like man beast voice. You just go Broden.
yeah. All right, all
All right,
3.
so you're going to say A, B, and C.
Yeah.
All right. On the majority, I believe your answer is incorrect. Only C, I'm the Catman features.
Damn it.
this. Here we go.
There's no weapon that is passive weapon. I pass this accord. I'm Broden v. Broden.
Hey, man, if it matters,
My big strong suit.
if it matters, I thought that was Broden. When you hit play, I was like, that must have been an episode where we had the Auntie Donna boys on, because that was definitely Broden.
That was pretty Broden. All right, so we'll give you 1 point, but the house takes 2 on that, so that's 3-5.
Ah, dang.
Sorry, but it's close. It's still pretty close here. All right. Is this? Yes. Okay. Question. Which Billy Joel song does not get parodied in either the Jilly Bowl medley or that song about the Lannisters? A, Still Rock and Roll to Me. B, We Didn't Start the Fire. C, You May Be Right. D, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. E, Always a Woman to Me. Or F, River of Dreams.
E 100%.
Oh, no. Okay, E is one that I would do. D is one that I feel like you would do. I wouldn't know the words for Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. That one never landed with me.
We're looking for the one that is not parodied in either of these two songs.
I can't remember us ever.
I
doing
am certain that I
name.
did Always
You
a Woman
have?
to Me. I'm certain I
Now,
did.
all right, but he's only picking 2 of the times that we've gone on extended.
Yeah, the Jilly
half-hour
Bowl
long
medley.
Jilly
I'm certain that Always a Woman to Me is in the Jilly Bowl medley.
How would that go?
I don't know.
don't worry about
So, yeah, I have a feeling we're about to hear.
That's true. So we're looking for what is not parodied in the Jilly Bowl medley or the song about the Lannisters.
I feel like you and I might have both walked right past You May Be Right.
These are all really. I'll tell you what. Actually, Still Rock and Roll to Me is. I feel like always does, because the ones that I will always go to are
Stop lighting the audience.
are You May Be Right, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, and River of Dreams. Those are my, and Uptown Girl. Those are my go-to Billy
Yeah,
Joel.
none
For
of those are my go-to Billy Joels. I think I want to.
Which is why we stretch 30 minutes out of every time that we're making parody jokes about Billy Joel.
I'm pretty sure it's You May Be Right.
I'll turn the key, but my eye is on E.
Okay.
All right, so you're saying C, You May Be Right. Let's listen to the Jilly Bowl medley and that song about the Lannisters. Just shout out when you, because if people don't know maybe the Billy Joel songs being parodied here, you just call them out from this list.
Sure.
Yeah.
The thing about bee pollen is I remember using it to
This is Rush Limbaugh.
masturbate
Rush
while I was
Limbaugh.
listening to my favorite Billy Joel novel song.
Oh.
What you think about the porn I'm seeing?
So that's
Still rock.
still rock and roll. Yeah, sorry.
Do some synth music and a hairy bush for a while.
The bleached assholes that cost a lot of money.
Big tits, facial hits, cracks and whips are still
Vintage porn to me.
Vintage porn. That's what we were talking about.
Checking in the night, checking in the
All right, there you go. So this is
River of Dreams.
yeah, River of Dreams.
Jerking off to Heartthrob.
Okay, that's it. See, so far so good. So far we're good.
Uptown girl.
All right, there's your Uptown Girl. That wasn't even on the list. Clever. Somebody's playing the game.
Random guy did, and now I'm finding I'm a backdoor man.
Cause you want to shoot a big shots, don't you? It's gonna open up a mouth.
Elton John.
What was the
Big shot?
No.
Or is this Billy Joel?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's time to go down south. You want to shoot a big shot back.
Man, so what was the bit we were just talking about? Porn and doing Billy Joel.
Billy Joel porn.
Fertilize them eggs.
You may be
God damn it! Fuck.
Ooh, incorrect.
raised my gravy,
That is my gravy.
and I had it on my shoe because I didn't see. Turn out the lights. I'm trying to have some privacy.
Come on her face, you can come on her tits.
Oh wow.
Told ya.
Come on her shoulder, you can come on her wrist.
So it's scenes from an Italian restaurant, I guess.
You'll
Then.
stand direct before
It
her,
is scenes
she'll
from
get
Italian
on her
restaurants.
waist. You'll cry as you jerk off. She's always a pony to me.
Well, then I'll say, Brendan and Eddie, we're still going pegging in the summer of '75.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh man, there are a lot of questions here. We'll save the rest of these for the after. We'll do one last 4-point question here.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is a good one. This is a fun one. This works on some stuff. Question. This is our final question. For up to actually 7 points. So you could turn the tide here if you
Oh.
get enough right.
All right, here we go. Brian, come on.
Ready.
Here we
Ready.
go.
Ready.
Pick all that apply. Which of these people have appeared on a Night Attack track? A. Darren Kitchen. B. Veronica Belmont. C. Tay Allen. D. Allie Gertz. E. Corey Coleman. F. Scott Johnson. Or G. Andrew Main. Now, this was written 2 weeks ago before this week's episode's track, which does have Andrew Main on the cover. So note that that's not including this.
Yeah. When is the last time we had Andrew Main? That seems like
Literally last week.
No.
This quiz is 2 months
The quiz
old.
predates that.
Oh, before that, I mean,
It would have been...
probably around either the TV show or the
Yeah, so
books or something.
I'm going to say Andrew Main is a no.
Okay.
Scott, every time he's on, says something worth working with. So I'm going to say yes. Corey
might be one. I mean, has Corey been on since
Yeah.
Cogswell was?
in the Cogswell era. No, I'm gonna put Corey on the no list.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Allie yes.
Yes.
Tay.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. I'll say Veronica yes and Darren yes.
Okay. So...
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty
really,
sure, 'cause
everyone
Darren was-
except
Darren
for-
was just on. Darren was just on not long ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Corey's a no. Andrew's a no. I'm gonna say if there's a trick, it's on Tay, but we'll say she's probably in.
Okay, so your answers are no to Andrew Main and Corey Coleman, but
Yeah.
yes to everybody else, right?
Yeah, do you sign off on that, Justin?
What about Veronica?
Yeah.
Veronica hasn't been on the show in a pretty long time. She made like a fairly epic guest appearance on the movie draft.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say Veronica's a no too.
All right, so we're saying no on Veronica,
Yep.
no on Corey, and no on Andrew.
Correct.
All right. Gentlemen, your answers have given you a total of 4 points because only Allie Gertz has been on the on any of these tracks. So you guys kind of won that one.
Woo! Wait, what? Only Allie Gertz has been on? None of them have?
That's right.
Oh, God damn it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Did we hear the Allie Gertz song?
Yeah, she was on the planning song. Here's that.
Make the funky. Make it a little groovy.
Here we go. That was her contribution to the planning song. I believe everyone else just hasn't been on since then. Veronica, it's definitely been a while. Tay Allen, I don't think has been on since Cogswell started. Corey, I also don't think has been. Scott must just
Darren
not
Kitchen
have been.
is a big surprise. I would have figured he would have showed up in that.
Well, that ghost. Well, and the last time we had him on was within the last 2 months, I think.
Yeah.
Which would have been before this, or been after this quiz was made. So.
Oh, I thought you said it was just 2 weeks ago.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say 2 months.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh.
But
also, like, that wasn't necessarily a laugh a minute episode. I don't know if we got
sure,
that might have been like he just took a jag from the pre-show because I don't think Ghost Mom had a lot of it wasn't a high laugh a minute ratio.
Yeah. But hey, look at that. I think you probably won. Woo!
Tell you who the real winners are, the beautiful people who support this show, and Stephen Cogswell.
And we'll try to do a few more of these in the after show. So if you liked this game and you want to hear more of it very soon,
patrons, just keep listening.
And if you have a game that you would like to send into the show, send it to mail@nightattack.tv, mail@nightattack.tv. We'll send you a free sticker pack. We just sent out a couple today or recently. Yes, Justin?
Yep.
And Steven will get another pack of stickers. But thank you guys very much. And thank you, Steven,
Hills to the yes. In the meantime, Justin, would you like to do a little bit of diamond time?
Oh, yes, Brian. Indeed, I would. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project. Just head on over to diamondtime.reddit.com or reddit.com/r/diamond club. There's a big old sticky post at the top of the page. That is where you shout out your project. We begin with Palinuk. Hey there, fellow DC crew. I've been horsing around on Twitch, trying to get my foot in the door and get my sea legs when it comes to streaming and chatting on the mic. But if you wouldn't mind coming in and dropping a line and some diamonds as I throw myself at Bloodborne and whatever else I'm playing at the moment, it'd be greatly appreciated. Just come on over to twitch.tv/Palinuk, that is PALHINUK, and see what goofy shenanigans are going on. Fair warning, gay furry chat is a possibility because that's how we roll on this bitch of an earth.
Sin of Society writes in saying, Sup fam, I made a live-action tabletop role-playing game and included a few Diamond Club Easter eggs. Because of this, I wanted to give you all a PDF copy for free. Here's the deal, though. The discount doesn't go live until the 16th because I need all of you to, quote-unquote, buy as many copies as you can get your hands on, email addresses to help those puppies get to the top of the charts. It'll stay on sale for 1 week only. And this first link is the core for the this first link is for the core LARP live action role playing yourself system, which you'll be able to get at YOLO420.com/LARP swag. Second link is for the first setting for the first setting a cyberpunk game called Neon Glow, which you could get at YOLO420.com/neon swag. I'd love to see the guys use the system for another Adventure Quest season on weird things for the guys to play in their off time. Excellent.
And Salajomo says, hey, Diamond Club, I wrecked my car and I can't afford a replacement. I plagiarized this poem in hopes that you will help me get a few bucks toward my next ride. I had a car named Polina. It died. My mom said it was sleeping. She lied. Oh why is my car dead? Couldn't that Honda have hit me instead? Go to bit.ly/car number 4 Rob. Again, that is bit.ly/car number 4 Rob.
It's an amazing photo of somebody sitting in a chair.
Yeah, with his hands on an imaginary wheel, hoping that one day he can again get another car. I do want to shout out somebody who hit us up on Twitter, Dan33, who we've certainly seen a bunch in the chat room. Has a neighbor who across the street, everything burned down. If you want to go help them out, then check out bit.ly/fuckyoufire. Again, bit.ly/fuckyoufire.
Yeah. A little bit of movie draft minute.
Yeah, let's do a movie draft minute.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of April 15th, 2019. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. You know, I never did video game facts before. Like, did you know the Z80 chip in a Game Boy was the exact same chip in a TI-86 graphing calculator? Yeah, that sounded better in my head. I'll think of something different next week. You know what? Let's just go check the scoreboard. Team Frog Pants and Team Sword Laser are both tied for 5th place. Still waiting for their first film. Team Hammerson is in 4th place with Hellboy bringing in $12.9 million, bringing the total to $21 million. Team Grant, Beerist, is in 3rd place, $164 million. Team Attack is in 2nd place with $229.1 million. And in 1st place, $387.4 million. It's Team John Trekker. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of April 15th, 2019.
Hellboy, $12 million.
Oof.
So, this is the most anemic summer in like 5 years. Nothing
Really?
making money. Yeah.
I mean, is that going to last another 2 weeks?
I mean, even if so, these things tend to happen lately, where it'll have like a run of movies that are not set to be super gigantic, and then next thing you know, Endgame will come out and they'll make a gigantic amount of money. But still, what we're seeing is a lot of things that aren't able to really break out of that $100 million gravity well. So like.
Given our movies, what we desperately need is for everybody to want to go to the movies this weekend and just settle for Pet Sematary, Shazam, and Dumbo.
I love to settle.
Well,
I spend $30 and settle.
What we need is Detective Pikachu to be the biggest thing on the planet.
Which
and then
it
we
really
need
might
Rocket
be.
Man.
Detective Pikachu has so much heat, and it has the kid factor. It has the Pokemon factor. It has novelty. It has a lot of word of mouth still, as long as the impressions are not that it's awful.
We bid on it before it was being marketed as a full-on...
Before it was rated.
Well, and specifically, like, now that there are new trailers coming out that very clearly depict it as it is a full-on Pokemon movie, just through this lens. And if we knew it was, Detective Pikachu sounded like, oh, that's a very quirky sideways angle to take on this. But then now they're letting the marketing reveal, like, no, it's all about dog fighting in the pits.
I mean, it always is, yeah.
By the way, that's my new favorite thing is Penny, who is not a fan of cruelty to animals in any way. I just keep out and like, man, I don't know, it's just not right. I mean, they capture them in the wild, and then they clearly have agency, and then they train them and they make them fight each other
By the way, Shubru says Netflix, Hulu, HBO Go, screw the movies, can't crack a beer or take a toke at the theater. This week, the permit was put in and approved for the first weed-friendly theater in Oakland.
Smoking in the theater? I worry about smoke obstructing the screen.
I mean, but wouldn't that, like, just
you
for
worry
that
about it expanding your mind, man.
I mean, like, wouldn't it be kind of cool, like, just like to be actually in a functioning theater in the way that it was like back in the day, where people were allowed to smoke in the theater, and you just see like kind of that haze? I don't know. I might have to go investigate.
Real Andrew Mays has a point. It would be a size issue, but that you could do rear projection. That might help with some of it. Theater Monkey says edibles, but that takes
in
too
terms
long.
of it just not like totally clouding everything.
Yeah. Where did you say this was? Oakland?
Oakland, yeah.
Where else?
Wow! Wow!
Sorry.
But also, I mean, there's plenty. I mean, really, the Draft House became the first like national chain to do drinking in the theater, right?
Yeah, they were the first time to really make it an upscale experience,
right? Because you had Cinema Cafe, but that was always second run movies and very much a dining experience.
What was it? They would call it like Suds and Cinema. It was always like the dollar theater, and of course this is back before digital projection when the prints would degrade significantly by the time they made it to dollar theaters, and so there was like chunks spliced out and then runners on the screen and stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so go to the theater. Get fucked up.
Yeah, everybody get hammered and buy more tickets. Hey, you know what's great is guaranteeing that nobody's going to sit next to you. So don't just buy a seat for yourself. Make sure to buy a couple just on each side.
Specifically for Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu is where you're going to need to be. Pikachu, he farts.
I always wondered if Pikachu farts. How much money do you think the Curse of La Llorona will not make?
The Curse of La Llorona.
Gonna make like $1 million, right?
Yes, which will sound like a lot until you realize how many.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying.
spent.
This is probably not gonna. I mean, it's a horror movie in a very crowded horror thing. This is the movie coming up next week.
But it's also a Hispanically marketed horror movie, right? So in the same way that you would be exciting the Black community with Get Out and Us, you know, I'm sure that the reason why this got greenlit is like, we'll do the same with Hispanics, right? But this is more, it feels like more of a traditional horror movie that happens to have Hispanic actors instead of a movie that is about, you know, the Black experience like Get Out was. It was like that was going more for a cultural moment as opposed to, hey, here's another, here's a movie that we can put Hispanics in.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, movie draft is over. If we can't win it, we shouldn't have it. So we're gonna bail mid-season this year.
I keep telling you, literally, I've been talking to John a lot lately, and he keeps telling every time we talk, he keeps telling me that they are not going to win. That John Travolta will not win.
Have a hard time believing that. It would be wild if freaking Frog Pants took it because we've never had just one movie win. I guess they have two.
That has
been,
the elusive strategy. But this time they're going to get all of it. Normally, whenever we've had a movie that is obviously going to make the most money in a season, somebody bids it up to get a percentage.
Right.
But they got all of it.
And this is Avengers is going to be a big enough cultural event that people will just go just to see it.
Aladdin, The Lion King, and the new John Wick. Sword and Laser has some real eggs.
That's who John thinks is going to win.
Really?
Yeah, he believes that Aladdin and Lion King are going to power that the Sword and Laser to victory.
See, I think
both of them are can't miss movies.
See, I think Aladdin probably will be, but I think people are kind of getting lukewarm about the Lion King, and that's not out for three months.
I mean, Donald Glover, man, that dude mints money.
Okay.
I mean, I think, but both those are just like they're cultural touchstones, man. Like they are 4-quadrant. Both of them are 4-quadrant movies with, old people that are there for the nostalgia and they want to excite their kids to go see it. It's going to be, it will be one of those movies that will be as packed on the Friday night as it is in the Saturday matinee.
How did The Jungle Book do?
Everyone in the chat is telling me I'm crazy. Because everything I've seen about the Lion King is about the way that they're doing the CG, and that there's not as much emotional and expression because it's not cel shaded art.
But I've seen way more criticism about the genie in Aladdin than I've seen about anything in The Lion King. Now, that might be because we've seen more of Aladdin than we've seen of Lion King, because Disney decided to release 3 remakes of movies in the same summer for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I assume we are going to see a lot more of The Lion King, probably starting as Aladdin comes out, right?
Yeah, so The Jungle Book did domestic 364. This is going to crush The Jungle Book. Has to, right?
You'd think.
Both Aladdin and Lion King?
No. I mean, just Lion King has to outperform Jungle Book.
Lion King's, Lion King also has a very
songs,
big voice
dude.
cast.
Songs. Can
Yeah,
you
it's got
feel
the
the love
songs.
tonight?
Yeah, and if Aladdin is good, which it seems like it could be, then that could be momentum for, hey, Dumbo was a different thing, but Aladdin is more like what Lion King's going to be. And then with the crazy voice cast on the Lion King, maybe. The Lion King does have Beyonce, yes. The Lion King has Beyonce. So that'll be $100 million on its own.
Yeah, look, have you gotten your head on straight? Sounded like you were confused for a second.
Wait, I know Billy Eichner Billy Eichner is one of the Timon and Pumbaa. Who's the other one?
Yeah, I think he's probably Timon. Let me see here.
Well, he's the Nathan Lane one because they had to get the famous gay guy and then the other one and then the Billy Crystal, right?
Okay, so Billy Eichner is Timon. Wow, is Pumbaa not listed on?
Oh my God! At the mention of Beyonce, we got a random surfboard in the chat.
Seth Rogen. For some reason, Seth Rogen has second listing on this Wikipedia page. Seth Rogen is Pumbaa.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they went with the fat one and the skinny one. Okay, good.
All right.
Here we go.
We got any emails?
We do have some emails. Let's do that thing that we do during emails.
Join us for drinks in the Diamond Club.
In the Diamond Club. That sounds grand.
That does sound super grand.
No, she wakes up in Roland's room. I saw that episode.
That's right. Because you mentioned this on Weird Things. If people didn't hear this, Justin is watching Schitt's Creek and is now at the point where that episode happened.
That's so good. God damn, that cast is just like so likable. I just want to spend all my time with them.
So if you have an email for the show, send it in mail, mail@nightattack.tv. We have a couple here. This first one comes from Windwalker. Windwalker says, "Hi, everyone. After discussion of Lost last week," and this was a few weeks ago, I was wondering if any of you had watched Fringe and what you thought of it. Season 1 is a bit iffy, but has a lot of small things used in the story arcs later on. Thank you, Windwalker Scoop 23. I don't have any of you seen Fringe?
Yeah, no. We made a whole thing. We were going to make it a Cord Killers frame rate watch. And I believe I'm not exaggerating.
Ooh.
When I got 8 episodes in, and
now what is the elevator pitch for Fringe? Because I've heard the name Fringe, but I don't.
Here. Are you ready for the elevator pitch?
Please.
Remember the X-Files?
Yes. Oh,
that's it. Right. And then, which is why Tom unironically tried to get me to really power through. He's like, look, when you get to episode 28, 29, that's when it really starts hitting. I was like, are you fucking, wait, what? And then you look at the list and you're like, fucking network primetime motherfuckers. No, it's garbage.
There we go.
You know, X-Files was great because X-Files ultimately was about paranoia. X-Files was about everything that's around the amazing stuff. So imagine you are doing 95% of the show about the crazy thing, and then whether or not the crazy thing shows up is kind of inconsequential because you spent all this time in the dark feeling around thinking that there's a mummy's tomb next to your bed, and it turns out it's just a refrigerator box.
And I think also there was something to the fact that culturally the internet was just then starting to shine a proper light on what was to find the border between folklore and fact. You know, the Snopes made it possible for you to know that this friend of a friend story about the monkey band wasn't real.
I think the problem with Fringe is that it was post-Lost. I believe it was the J.J. Abrams executive produced it.
Was it post-Lost?
Created by J.J. Abrams, Alex Kurtzman, and Roberto Orsi. This is 2008 until 2013.
Yeah. So, basically all the mysteries...
Did he make this title image, too? The 3D graphic thing, too?
He's just got... He's like, I don't know how to change
Whatever,
the
I have
fonts.
3ds Max. Let's do it.
The problem with Fringe is that everything was about this crazy miracle that they had to figure out, and it became more about explaining a crazy miracle that led to more fantastical stuff as opposed to a werewolf is biting people, and because there's holes in the neck, and now we have to go investigate why holes are in the neck and whether or not it's actually a thing or something more fucked up we can explore. In Fringe, it was like an entire plane has turned into jelly people, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess now we live in a world where jelly people exist.
You're talking about X-Files, right?
Fringe, no.
Oh.
I mean, the mysteries were always so much larger at Fringe, and then that just led to more and more
outrageous stuff.
Reasons why they have to justify stuff, and so
in order to create a consistent universe.
How serialized was Fringe versus X-Files? Because my understanding is X-Files
very serialized.
Yeah.
Very very silent.
Procedural.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my understanding was that X-Files also was
Well,
Pretty-
X-Files,
Yes,
I mean,
it was.
X-Files had a much larger episode order, but in general, everything at that point was a little serialized because you just had a lot of things to do. So X-Files would even have straight out like comedy episodes where they were just like, oh yeah, this episode's just a comedy. Like Mulder and Scully are gonna wackily, meet Frankenstein who loves Cher, and that's just what we're gonna do this episode. Fringe was a little bit more serious, but again, it was a little bit more fantastical. I would probably put it certainly first season to Heroes. Heroes was another fantastical show, but I liked that universe in the first season, mostly because it just shamelessly ripped off other better comic book plots. But I liked the way that they...
Well, it was great. It was also a time that, and again, I think Heroes was before the MCU. Like, there was a deep hunger. Like, you didn't mind that this was, knockoff Kitty Pryde and knockoff Charles Xavier and knockoff whoever. You're like, oh my God, it's some version of this.
The main plots were, the main plot was Days of Future Past, and then it ended with Watchmen. And they're just shamelessly ripping off these, like, gigantically amazing plots.
One of the greatest casualties of the writer's strike around that time, because season 2 was just awful beyond words.
Yeah, although I kind of feel like that one was hitting the rocks one way or another. Although it certainly was hastened to its doom. I mean, consider they came back in a season without the writer's strike, and it's not like it got a lot better. Like there were shows that had bad writer strike seasons and then came back and returned to form. Heroes was not one of them, although I will always love Heroes for giving our pal Greg Grunberg money.
Yeah.
All right, we have one more email here from Travis. Travis, I'm not gonna say the movie apparently that this is connected to, because A, I have not seen it, and B, it sounds spoiler at least adjacent. Now that Blank has confirmed that John Steinbeck intended on creating a much larger universe, which fruit and sin combination should he have followed up the Grapes of Wrath with? This is from Travis M.
Is this actual news that he had a master cinematic universe?
I think this is a joke in a very recent feature film.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know either.
Okay. Apparently,
maybe he's
apparently a
just
Shazam
acting.
thing.
Oh.
I don't know if this...
In Shazam, there are 7 deadly sins. Those are the bad gremlins, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's just asking. Got it. If it was, the Grapes of Wrath with
the Apples of Sloth or something. In
Yeah,
that format.
exactly. Right. Or the App Store of Envy.
The App Store.
Yeah, the App Store of Envy.
The cranberries of lust.
the
bananas of pride.
The bananas of pride, aka dicks.
Well,
just rock hard and erect. They're the bananas of pride.
Now we're trying to remember.
I think we got all of it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Travis, and thank you everyone who submits emails. Please send an email. We might read it on the show. Mail, MAIL at nightattack.tv. Night Attack is all one word. Mail at nightattack.tv. Thank you guys.
Hells yeah.
Oh, fuck.
OMG, WTF, LOL. Justin, what did we learn?
Well, Brian, we learned that we don't know our own songs.
Oh my God, we don't even know our own words. We learned that nothing we do will age well.
We learned that Brian will towel off a saucy wing.
Yeah, that's right. Come at me, bro. We learned that Bonnie is not impressed by my stars or ranks.
No wonder.
We have learned that Fringe was bad.
And most importantly, we learned that we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Die in a fight.
Hey, who was the
Bit Boss?
Oh, that's got to be Skills Cat. Rocking with, what, 420 bits?
Nice.
Skills Cat. Oh, no.
Lisa
Usurped by
J.
Lisa J. Lisa J.
Very nice.
Fuck you, Skills Cat. We never loved you.
Every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.